So, Brago, you being the #1 kid fanboy out there, were you happy about this chapter? Because they did mention Big Mom, and you do know that Big Mom is Kid and Law's trophy. They're the ones who took her down.
Linen is coming back.
You think so?
I'm saying Linen is coming back. She has to. It just doesn't feel complete without it. Unless Oda does some retrospective where she actually knew that she ate those kids and she acted like she didn't, and that's what created Olin. You could do that. But I think for everyone, you would like some closure with her mental state.
Yeah.
At least, and just something, I don't know if redemption, because everybody doesn't get redemption. I'm more sympathetic about Big Mom as a character, just because I feel like she really didn't have a chance. She had regular sized parents for whatever reason. They just abandoned her. It's like, here she goes, and then she's groomed by this old man who we presume is Perisparrow's dad. I don't know. It's not confirmed.
And she was also groomed by Mother Carmel too. She just doesn't know it.
Right. And so it's just like her entire life she's been manipulated. And so it just, it created this monster. And like she's had to, deal with the consequences of that. But like a lot of it is really just how she was conditioned. So I know a lot of people hate Big Mom, but
even Garrett's like, her and I were friends, so it's kind of sad that this happened. But, she's also a criminal. Like, yeah, dude, she's a very gray character.
It's tough, but I think it's a character that a lot of people don't feel that way about because just remember, Wedding Cake or just the Wano and the Olin and the Amnesia. But it's like, it's a lot there within that character that we can just really, really unpack. So
another thing that doesn't help her is that people view Big Mom as the weakest Yonko for good reason, because I think she is as well. But it doesn't help that Big Mom's fight was right next to Kaido. And it was like, Kaido was like this whole Gear 5th adventure. And then Big Mom was like Kid-in-Law, they awaken. And that was great, don't get me wrong. But, compared to Kaido, like you could tell which one was definitely the more difficult fight. And I think that's another reason why Big Mom doesn't get a lot of love.
I think what's crazy is like calling somebody the weakest Yonko.
The weakest out of the strongest characters in the verse is essentially what it is, right?
It's like...
You're the poorest billionaire.
It's almost like you're only the 4th fastest man ever, like in history. You're the 4th fastest man ever in history. It's like
you only have the 5th highest bounty in the world, loser.
And so it's just like
crazy.
It's not bad to be the 4th strongest Yonko.
It's like a badge of pride,
seemingly. And so. Kind of holding that against her, I think is crazy. I think it's more of her character that's weird, but it's just like it makes sense why it's weird,
Yeah.
So Big Mom, I would like to see her come back, not as this big hulking character that still wants revenge, but like maybe a meek, confused child in a meek, confused childlike state that is trying to figure things out because she's not all the way back yet, and then we kind of get some conclusion to that character.
Do you think she comes back here in Elbaph? Like, she comes to this island. Is that where you're at?
Yeah. I was talking to Hidden. He had that idea. We're kind of brainstorming it. That Big Mom comes back, but she comes back as like an old lady.
Oh.
So like because of how much lifespan she had or soul she had to use to kind of get out of the lava. Like basically it's been drained, and so she looks like Bakken or, a old Mother Carmel. Like so she's small now.
Yeah.
Like she's like she's
small
like
mom.
Little mom. Yeah.
Little mom.
Yeah. It'd be funny if like nobody really
mom.
believes her, and she's like this old lady. She's like, I'm Big Mom, and they think she's crazy. And we kind of like get this endearing character, and now she has to. Now she's mad, and she can't do damage.
I don't know.
To anyone.
I don't even think she'd be mad. I feel like once she hits Elbaph, I think she was gonna flip 100%. Like, because this is where she wants to go, man. Like,
but now she's in Elbaph, but she
Giants.
can't like. That'd be crazy. Yeah, she loves the Giants, but now she's regular sized.
Yeah, maybe she's the 10th Nakama we've been looking for this whole time.
I think I generally like the old random ladies in anime. Like I think they're hilarious. So like,
what anime
Big Mom
does
turns into that? Like even with Turbo Granny, right?
Oh,
Like having
yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah.
old character that's just like older.
Kinda
You can
jaded.
tell, yeah, they're not like what they used to be. Genkai, you know,
Yeah.
Baba. It's like certain those characters that's just like they're just old, they're wise, they're quippy. Getting that version of Big Mom where it's just like a coherent version that's not just fucking out of her mind all the time. So she has to channel
Ooh.
herself a bit better than just like through strength, you know?
And if she's small, maybe she won't go through hunger pangs because she doesn't have to
Right.
eat a lot.
Yeah, it's just like
I don't know,
much
man.
easier to maintain.
I like Big Mom.
I think once you kind of remove the BS that she's used for as a plot point, because she's used for that a lot,
Yeah.
and you look at the character, you're like, you know what?
She ain't
There's
that
some
bad.
good there. She's not that bad.
Not that bad.
She's not that bad. She's a terrible. Well, I was listening to the Agenda Reverie while I was there.
Yeah.
Like you heard me.
I was at
and they
the
were
agenda
talking
reverie. I
about-
got like one word in, and then I left.
Yeah, I just left. They're talking about the worst parent.
Yeah.
And I know Big Mom was one that was floated. And I was like, I guess Big Mom is terrible because she told Pudding that she's just a tool.
Yeah, her happiness
her.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, happiness doesn't matter and stuff like that. Ultimately, the worst one was Yasop.
I think Yasop was number one, which is kind of like a meme, but yeah, Yasop was number
Yeah.
one. Judge wasn't up there either.
It's funny because I had like during the moment I had like a rebuttal for Judge. I was going to defend Judge because
What were you gonna say?
it's not that Judge doesn't like his kids, just doesn't like Sanji.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking too. Like when you think about Judge, he just wants like football kids. He just wants the best
Yeah,
out of them.
he
Like
just
if
wants the
Sanji
best out
was
of the kids.
strong, I don't think
would
Judge
like
would
him.
care if he has emotions. He'd be like,
No.
yeah, he's a wimp. He's a crybaby. But let me tell you, he's my son. He's powerful.
Because
Dude.
Reiju has emotions.
Yeah, but Rachel was
Yeah.
also powerful. Like she excelled
Yeah.
at all of her
Yeah,
training.
she was strong as well, but she had emotions. But like, Judge is not. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Judge is a great dad or a great parent. But it's like
He feels like an Asian dad, which is I think why I give him some leeway. Like he reminds me of like an Asian parent. So it's like, you know what? Like Judge ain't that bad.
he just wants you to excel, and Sanji
Yeah.
didn't. And that's the extreme that One Piece does, where it's like, all right, like you suck, get out of here, And he did cage him.
And here's the
love.
thing, like Ichiji, Niji, Yonji, Reiju, like they got treated kind of well, man. They were like kings
That's
and
what I
queens
said.
up there, bro. It was just
Doesn't hate his kids. He hates Sanji.
Yeah.
So like if like it's like if I got 5 kids, right? Or yeah, we got 5 kids, and one turns out to be a criminal. Am I a bad parent, or like that kid is just fucked up?
Comparing
Like-
Sanji to a criminal is crazy, but like 5-year-old Sanji who's feeding rats, like, oh yeah, that criminal. Of course I want to care about him.
He has a bounty of 1 billion, right? He's a
Sanji
criminal,
now,
bro.
yeah, but like
He's
as a
a
kid, he didn't have a
criminal.
bounty.
He's a criminal. I have all these kings over here and queen, and like this criminal like living with a pirate that's a chef.
Damn, you know what's funny? The Vinsmokes don't have bounties, so they really aren't criminals in the
They're-
eyes of the world government, huh?
They're royalty.
Yeah, they're just royalty, man. At least they were. I think they got kicked out of the Reverie, so their status
kicked
is like
out.
undetermined, but still, they're like
Same,
free,
man.
law-abiding citizens.
And so four
Damn.
good kids and 1 criminal.
I guess you're right. I guess Sanji is like the bad apple.
He's
maybe
the bad apple,
Joker was
the black-
right. Maybe
the
Judge was trying to
black
save the
cat.
world.
Like he was
Hey.
trying to save the world from that black thing, the black leg.
The black leg Sanji.
I'm just saying, man. Something to consider.
No,
all
you're
I'm
going to
saying.
give me something to think about now. Also, something you should think about. I forgot to mention this in our collab on your channel, but you should watch Apothecary Diaries. It's a good anime, man. I just finished it, bro.
I'm
Have you heard of
24
it?
episodes in.
What?
I'm 24 episodes into Apothecary.
You finished it! Oh, let's go! You like it, right? Was it good?
I love Apothecary.
Dude, it's so good. Dude, season 2. No, season 2. It's in January.
Yeah, next year.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like right around the corner, man.
I love Mao Mao.
Dude, Mao Mao's so goated. I mean,
Yeah.
I like I don't want to spoil too much, but for people who haven't watched it, because it's still kind of recent, but Lockon's the GOAT.
Okay. So I haven't finished the season yet, but
Wait, what?
I'm at episode 24. I'm about to watch 24.
Oh, my bad. When you said you're 24 episodes in, I was like, oh, he finished it because
Yeah,
that's like it's
I
a
think
joke. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's like one episode. I think I have like 2 episodes left.
No,
like that.
you got one. It ends at 24.
Is it one? Yeah. So like where I am, Lakan is like I don't want to give it away, but like he's interesting, obviously.
Yeah.
But I love Mao, I love Jinshi. Those are kind of 2 of my guys. And I like the ancillary characters as well. I think in general it's just like
that's a good
conceptually a great show where it's, I don't know, what would the genre be like?
It's like mystery romance, I would say.
Mystery romance, yeah.
Drama.
Because it's obviously not shonen. And I think it's one of the more interesting things just because like it's investigating, it's figuring things out. It's just like a really, really good show. I love Apothecary.
Yeah, I mean, Apothecary Diaries, it's one of the most sold mangas and light novels in the year. Like, it is insane how well it's selling.
It is really good.
I think halfway into the year, before the One Piece volume came out, of course, it actually beat One Piece out.
It's really good. Like, it's... Mao is just... I don't want to say she's like L, but she's almost like a combination of L and Senku, the character that Sai hates.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Yeah,
she's
right?
really
She's like a
smart.
combination.
She's pragmatic.
Yeah.
She's realistic. I also like the setting a lot more than I thought because it takes place in like what old school China, Imperial China.
Old school, yeah. So it's like you still have the emperor, and you have like basically a bunch of whores jockeying for position.
Yeah.
They're not called whores,
To give you guys context, Jujutsu Kaisen right now is the most sold manga of 2024, sitting at 7.6 million copies. One Piece is at 5.2. Frieren, also very popular and great series, 4.9 million. And Apothecary is also right there at 4.6. I love that these smaller, different genred animes are coming in, and they're kind of stealing the limelight. Yeah, it's not One Piece or JJK, when you total all the sales, but it's up there. I love that we're having this almost like renaissance of anime.
I think they're anti those things, right?
Yeah, I mean, Frieren is
and
a
Apothecary,
humble adventure.
Both female-led shows.
Yeah.
Also, you can almost see Frieren. She's like a quirky Mao, where like she figures things out in her own way,
and she just doesn't say it.
Yeah, she doesn't say it. Like she's like so. Like Frieren is so weird because I want to say that she's so emotionally disconnected that she can connect with everything else that's going on. So she can see beyond everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Where like others don't see it because of everything that they're like experiencing. But she's like so just like, I don't care about anything, so I see you for what you really are.
Yeah.
But no, Frieren and Apothecary.
Here it is. 4 months ago, before the One Piece volume released this year, the number 1 selling manga was JJK. Number 2 is Frieren. Number 3, Apothecary. Number 4 is One Piece. Number 5 is Blue Lock. 6 is Kaiju. Number 8. 7 is Haikyuu, which kind of crazy. I think it's over. It's still selling well.
I think the movie came out, right, this year?
Yeah. The movie came out this year. The movie was great. Did you watch it?
Yeah. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, you're missing out. Not a real fan.
I can't watch it till I rewatch. I have to rewatch again.
I see. Number 8 is Kingdom. Number 9, My Hero. And number 10, Oshinoko.
First off, Oshinoko is another one that's really good. But
yeah, another great lead.
Kingdom being there is crazy.
Yeah, like, I'm surprised it's still so popular.
Bro, Kingdom literally has like no promotion. Like
just a dedicated fan base.
It's just dedicated fan base where the anime, like people say, has gotten better, but I don't see it anywhere. I know it got
the
kind of trashed.
Great, guys.
I heard it got trashed because the first few seasons of the anime is trash, and I tried to check it out and it wasn't good at all. Yeah. But Kingdom consistently still being here, considering I don't think it has an official English release yet.
Wow, right? It has 5 seasons.
Yeah, so Kingdom is like, shout out to the Kingdom fans.
Kingdom.
I mean, and like I said, Kingdom still to this day is the best binge I've ever had.
I have not checked it out. I've seen a lot of clips. I've seen certain panels and chapters, but I've not read it as a whole.
It is like literally, I was so caught up in the story that I had to work, and I was still reading to like 6 a.m. I was reading all night.
That's how invested you were.
Yeah, I was invested. I was so invested, and it was just like the most interesting shit. So shout out to Kingdom. I stopped because Kingdom is one that's hard to follow well, it wasn't week to week for me because it was just like sometimes it come out 1 month, sometimes it wouldn't. And so like it's in One Piece sometimes where Oda would give you keys as to where everyone is. And it's like, oh, this person's here, this person's here, this person here.
Yeah.
It's a war manga. And so that's very important. Where people are, where they're lined up, who they're close to. So like I remember it was like after like a month or so I went back to read it. And then something happened. I'm like, wait, where was he? Like I was like, so I tried to go back and read. I'm like, okay, I can't keep up.
So you think Big Mom's going to come back in Elbaph? Do you think Kid and Law are going to come back as well? Because, Luffy, when asked about Big Mom, he's just standing there with the question mark. Like, he doesn't have any idea what the hell's going on. He's like, Big Mom? Like, what are you talking about? Like, it almost feels like they're saving that glory, in my opinion, for Law and Kid. So maybe they come here, and then they're like, oh, who are these losers? And then Luffy says, oh, these are the guys that did it. These are your heroes. And then they get celebrated here, which I think could make sense, right? They both don't have ships. This is the home of Adamwood. Maybe as a present for taking down Big Mom, they cook him up a new ship. I could see that happening. And then maybe this could explain why Dora and Brogy took him down as well, right? Because people were like, oh, like, why'd they do this to Kid if Kid also kind of helped them and helped Elbaph? Well, the Giants don't know. Like, they don't know all the details. So that could be it right there.
That'd be interesting with Dora and Brogy realizing what they did and like kind of backtracking a little bit like, oh.
Sorry, boy.
Didn't
you swung first.
That. Yeah. Okay, that could be how he gets it back. But then he probably reject it though.
You think so? Like, okay, maybe Kid does, but they don't have a lot of options in front of them,
I think he rejects it, but Killer takes it.
Oh, smart. Like Killer says, hey, Kid, we gotta lock in, man. We're not gonna get an offer like this anytime soon. There's no Water 7 here.
He's like, I'd rather kill you.
Yeah, and then they just laugh at him.
Yeah, just laugh. He just goes
I mean,
away.
here's the thing, right? Like, Luffy's here. If Kid says that he wants to kill every giant on this island, Luffy would probably just laugh at him and just hug him like he did in Wano. Because Kid was like, oh, like, F you, Straw Hat. I'm going to kill you next time I see you. And then Luffy grabs him and just starts cheersing. Yeah, like, I mean, he's not even... He's a threat, and he's a rival pirate, but he's a friend.
He's not a threat. Yeah, he's not really a threat anymore. Like I said, if Luffy leaves...
That's different.
At that point... it could be trouble. But no, I think Kid definitely shows up, comes back. The Big Mom mention does, I like that thought process where they actually repay him because he's the one that actually did it. Law is interesting because I just thought about it. I'm like, man, I forgot Law hasn't been here for a while. And I guess he's a character that, I mean, we've gotten so used to being in the story.
It's
like,
weird that
what's
he's not
gonna
here.
happen? Yeah, it's weird. It's like weird that Law isn't around anymore. So I'm really interested to see what Oda does with Law going forward. Does he have him come to Elbaph? Does he do his own thing? Because now he has no crew, which it makes sense for him to come to Elbaph, go get back with the Straw Hats, with him and Beppo. But where does it go from there? Like, I don't know. Why separate Law just to bring him back again? But anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, if he does come back, it's not with his crew, right? It's just him and Beppo. Like, he's missing Shachi, he's missing Penguin, he's missing Haku. Like, yeah, he's just a lone wolf.
Your favorite guy,
John Bart. Oh, dude, John Bart's the worst. I still remember, like, yeah, John Bum. I still remember, like, when we first met him, I kept on getting him confused with the giant that really broke out, which is Stanson.
Yeah.
But now that they look completely different, it's like not a mistake I make anymore. But that really threw me for a loop back then.
He's so, like I said, I lost all respect when he lost to Blackback.
Oh, Jean Bart?
Yeah.
But then he got a lot of clout with the whole Van Auger thing, right? Van Auger said, oh, wow, this guy's really tight.
That doesn't even make sense. It's just so like...
His defense is tight.
I don't
like,
even know,
what does that mean?
Like, you lose to like a gorilla, but then you're squabbling against Van Auger. I don't know.
It felt like a filler fight, right? Like a filler matchup. That's like if Usopp fights a swordsman. Or like Usopp versus Konku, but that went all the way and Zoro never came in. It's like, wait, what? Like, why did this happen?
So unnecessary, but it is what it is. I guess he did well. Shout out to John Bum.
Yeah, shout out to John Bart. I hope he's still alive out there somewhere.
I'm sure he is. He's a survivor.
With the Big Mom thing, do you think this cover page story is going to reveal that Big Mom is alive? Because we've met Hold'em, former member of the Beast Pirates. He's kidnapping Tama. This could lead to Kaido, could lead to Jack, could lead to Big Mom. Like, what are you expecting with this? And also, is this your favorite cover page story out of Yamato's story thus far?
Is it my favorite? No.
No.
The favorite was the first one when they showed Wano was underwater, right? That was the first one or the second one?
Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah, that's just the favorite one.
Damn.
I like Hold'em. I don't hate him.
You like Hold'em? Do you like Hold'em more than John Bart?
Yes.
You're joking. No way
Yes.
you like Hold'em more than John Bart.
Yes.
Really?
There's nothing about John Bart that I like. I
That's
think he's
fair.
useless.
He has a dumb haircut too, huh?
It's bad.
Yeah, like a crazy.
I would say if I had to pick
like
both,
faux hawk.
kind of like them both the same,
Yeah.
But if I had to pick one, just hold them just for the memes.
Hold him for the memes. He also has a couple W's, right? He burnt down Kinemon's wife's village.
He gets some work done.
Yeah, he loves scars,
And
man.
I think to even be back here after they lost, holding it down, holding the fort. Come on, man. You got to respect a man like that. Willing to go down without the ship.
I think it's because he used to live in Wano before Kaido. So this is his home.
Yeah.
He's just hanging out.
He's going to hold him down.
He's going to hold him down. Do you think we're going to see other Beast Pirates here then? Like more people working
Jack?
with Hold'em? Yeah, like Jack, right? Because Jack is I think Jack is looking for Kaido right now. Because Jack is the one Beast Pirate that can go like underwater and just survive. He has a devil fruit, so he can't swim, but he can survive.
If you have like a jetpack or something.
Yeah, like a jetpack, or maybe somebody's using him like a little, like with a pole and a rope.
Yeah, just
like,
have him.
Yeah, fishing with Jack.
Okay.
What's up?
Who is letting Jack down into the water?
It's gonna be the Toby Ropo, dude. Watch. It's gonna be the Toby Ropo. Next cover page story, it's gonna be all the Toby Ropo like holding fishing poles, looking around, making sure none of the Wano citizens notice.
This whole I'm like, who is letting Jack big ass down with a rope and like, come on, bring it back up.
It could be Smoothie.
Smoothie. Well,
yeah.
Okay.
Smoothie
that means
and Jack.
Smoothie would have to do something. I would say I can believe Smoothie saving Big Mom.
Yeah.
Where she wrung out the lava.
Oh, that's smart. I didn't even think about that.
But Jack would have to go down in the lava. Let's say Kaido went through the lava and just he ended up in the water or the river somehow. And Jack is now, Kaido's underwater, whatever reason, he's still alive because he has the fish fruit. And it's like just one of those things where he can't die. He's just under there, just like can't move, just thinking about his next plan. His eyes wide open under the water. And here comes Jack.
I mean,
and he thinks he's daydreaming. And here comes Jack.
Yeah, like a light shines down.
Yeah. And you see the Goldilocks. Just why does Jack have blonde hair? Like, what is?
I don't know. Why is it braided? like for the Vikings here in Elbaph, it makes sense, but for Jack, why has he got braids?
He has the funniest design. Just two locks, big torso, baby legs. Does
he have muscles, or is it just like stumpy arms too? I don't know.
Muscles. He's bro. His arms are longer than his body, almost.
Oh yeah, he does have muscles. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's super jacked. But he has like baby legs.
He has horrible like. Have you heard about like what is it, like color therapy or something? It's where people go and like they get classes on color and like what colors they should wear. It's really silly, but
yeah. I've heard about that.
Yeah, Jack. He needs to go one of those classes, man. Like his clothing does not match him well. Like, just
like
brown,
the brown and brown?
Yeah, brown, orange. And Oda drew him in a logbook, and Oda gave this guy white, yellow, and gold. And it's like, what is going on?
Yeah, I saw him in the there was the cover art with the other Toby Ropo. He had on like orange. It looked better than what it looked like in Wano. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
God, dye your hair, Jack.
I guess generally anybody like wearing brown doesn't really, You need something with some pizzazz. But I think he's like one of those built people where like no matter what he puts on, he's gonna look weird.
King is also big. I mean, King isn't as burly, but he's big.
But King, like as far as his dimensions on like Jack has like a small, like
Douglas Bullet. Look at Douglas Bullet, same build as Jack, and he pulls off like the military outfit.
I feel like Bullet has like better dimensions than Jack.
You think so?
Yeah, look at him.
No, well, yes and no. Like they're just,
bro. Like
no, they're shaped the same. No, Douglas Bullet and Jack are shaped exactly the same.
I feel like Bullet just has more leg.
More leg.
Yeah.
Oh, and look, Bullet has, same skin color, same hair color, but he pulls off the look.
I think he has more leg. Jack just looks more goofy, But they're similar. They're definitely similar.
Yeah.
But he has more. I feel like Jack is honestly bigger up top.
Yeah.
And smaller with
down low.
Yes.
Do you think he's ever like nerfed or hindered by his legs? Like, oh damn, I'm running out of stamina. I can't run anymore. Like, do you think that ever happens to him?
No, I think his torso is too big. I mean, he's somebody that fought for 5 days by himself.
Oh yeah, he fought the minx for 5 days. What a crazy feat.
Insane. I think he just ate the wrong fruit. Like, if he was a gorilla, like with how long his arms are, he'll be insane. Like a gorilla devil fruit for Jack.
Ooh, yeah, I could see him like, he doesn't have to use his legs. He could just like move around with his biceps.
He just move with his arms. Yeah, like he'd actually be formidable. But they just gave him a mammoth fruit.
Yeah, put this guy in Planet of the Apes. He'll be crazy.
Yeah, like the fruit is just the worst, Like, it's not unless he gets like because he had a hybrid, which is
his hybrid form is so bad that people don't even remember it. That's the worst part.
It's just him on 4 legs, and he has like his snout is like his face.
Yeah,
it's bad.
The funniest thing too is that the tusks that are like adorned on his shoulders, they're not even real. It's just swords in disguise. His whole design is funny, man. It's a good design because of how silly it is.
It's One Piece. It's a One Piece design. Like, 100%. Why do you have a top knot?
100. Yeah, like, and then a top knot, braids. Like, what is it? Who cooked this up? And the funniest part is that Kaido loves this guy too. Like, that's the funniest part. Like, Kaido's like, oh, Jack's my protege. Jack has a lot of potential. He's really strong. Young. Yeah. Jack is strong.
28 years old, bro. 28 years old. He's still really young. He's still really young considering his position. So like, like if we got a time skip 20 years from now, Jack is only like 48.
You think he'd be like a Kaido-esque character? Do you think he has Kaido potential?
Without Conquerors, no. But Oda could easily give it to him and just, but without Conquerors, no. That's the thing. Do you think,
so Shanks had Roger, Jack has Kaido. Do you think Jack will eventually learn like the Thunder Bagua? Or like a Ragnarok attack? Kind of like how Shanks is the Kamusari?
Yeah, possibly, but it'd be like with his arms.
Ooh,
like Naruto.
Like a I and B?
The lariat that they did with B and I and B. Yeah, but he'd just be with his own arms.
That would be sick.
Yeah. But he had no
Jack
moves.
Ragnarok.
So, like, he had no moves. Jack just, he doesn't.
He's something.
He's not gonna move you. He's something. He's something, but he's still around somewhere. Still kicking.
So you talked about like Kaido being in the volcano. Do you think he's still there? Because I was always of the mindset that when the volcano blew up, him and Big Mom got blown into the ocean. I mean, it could be either
Kaido's
way,
dead.
but
I think he's dead.
You do not think Kaido's dead?
I think he's gone, bro.
You're joking, dude. We talked last week. You said Kaido's alive.
I think he's gone.
No, you
remember what I said? I think Big Mom took her favor back.
Oh no, you're right. You did say that. Yeah. Big Mom took the favor back, took the lifespan from Kaido. I don't know, like Big Mom and Kaido, it's like brother and sister in a weird way. I can't imagine Big Mom doing it.
You can't imagine Big Mom taking something
not Kaido's lifespan. Anybody else, yes, but not Kaido. Like, dude, they're like this. She gave him the devil fruit. She helped him. They allianced. We've seen not cover stories, but we've seen like drawings from Oda where they're like hanging out, and it's like, dude, like they're literally just brother and sister at this point.
Do you think you'd be closer to your brother and sister or your kids?
I'd be closer to my kids, but here's the thing, right? Does Big Mom care about the kids? We talked about how Big Mom was like making fun of Pudding. Like, oh, your emotions don't matter to me. You know, you're just a chess piece on the board to get giants in my family lineage. Like, Big Mom.
And I think for Kaido,
she cared about some kids, but not all of them.
I don't know if she like for Kaido it was like a care thing. It was just like an opportunity where it's just like, I'm gonna save you now so that you can owe me in the future. And she was mad at Kaido when she pulled up to Wano. Like, she wasn't happy with him.
No, it was like fake mad. It's like you meet an old friend, you left on an argument, you fight a little bit, and then you're friends again drinking. Like, that is what Kaido and Big Mom are to me. Like, it's interesting because we have very different viewpoints, but I do see Big Mom and Kaido in like a good light. Like, they could get along. They have collaboration attacks. Oh my God.
I think it's a situation where they were co-worker friends. You know?
Yeah.
Where it's like they became friends because of proximity and they were
but
around
in
each
the
other.
golden era, though.
Back then. And so, like, that's what, bro, they were friends. They hadn't seen each other since what?
For like 20 years.
Like, we're not friends. We're not friends. They haven't even spoken.
But here's the thing. For people who, quote, aren't friends, they allianced overnight. They literally said, oh, we're going to rule the world together. Like, they were happy. They were cheering up. They were ready to merge their crews.
They get along when they work together, you know?
Yeah.
But outside of that, it's like, you know. So they're co-workers.
But okay, think about this, right? Why would Big Mom kill Kaido for the lifespan? Unless she really needed it. Because here's the thing.
Because she was dying too.
Yeah, but Big Mom has so many powers to get her out of the water. Like, her homies can go in the water and just pick her up. Like, we've seen that in Wano.
Remember, she couldn't even kill Marco because she didn't have enough. She was running out of soul already.
Yeah.
And so if she's at a point where, like, she's trying to survive.
If this is Kaido and Big Mom, maybe that's why they're taking women from Wano.
To get souls?
Because, yeah, they're taking their souls for Big Mom and Kaido.
My only issue with Kaido being alive is that why would he stop? You know? Like,
why would he stop, like, going after Wano?
Yes. Nobody there is stopping him.
I mean,
and so
the whole plot's over, bro.
Exactly. And so, like, you'd have to make up some weird way where Kaido is now reflecting on his decisions, and he lost to Joy Boy, so now he just wants to fly around the world and do what? It's just like you have this insane, just top level character with no agency. Is he just like a wanderer now? That's not Kaido's personality.
You watch Bleach, right?
I do.
When I think of Kaido, I think of a Kenpachi type of character. Maybe even Douglas Bullet to an extent, right? I think now that Luffy has beaten him, now that Luffy has beaten him, I think Kaido's gonna not change his tune, but I think he is gonna focus more on Luffy and Joy Boy, because he was kind of curious about Joy Boy and like the world that, you know, Joy Boy would create. King was curious about that as well. I think now that Kaido's been defeated, I think he will just want to follow Luffy and just beat Luffy, right? It's going to be like this, oh, like, I'm going to take him down.
This
I'm going to be the one
thing.
Yeah, like this cat and mouse
that's
thing.
What I'm saying, but that's so hard to, like, in the midst of the story.
Yeah.
Okay, where's Kaido? Is Kaido chasing after them? They meet Kaido. Like, it's just, it makes things so convoluted. I think that's why Oda, to wrap up Wano, that's why he was like, oh, they're gone.
Volcano.
Because I don't know what to do with them. Like, it's just too much to kind of figure out. How do you bring Kaido back into the story other than he's somewhere disappearing in like a sky island somewhere? Like, he's just so powerful. He has like insane ambition. He doesn't stop. At least that's my perspective of Kaido, or perception of Kaido. I don't know like the need for him anymore. It just doesn't feel like we need him.
Here's the thing. We've seen characters before in One Piece where they've given up their initial ambition after Luffy defeats him. Crocodile's a great example, right? You know, we see Crocodile and Impel down, and Luffy's like, hey, you know, if I let you go, you're going to mess with Vivi's country. And then Crocodile says, oh, I'm not interested in that anymore. That's over with. I can kind of see Kaido being the same way, like, oh, I don't care about Wano anymore. Because one, he doesn't have the slaves anymore. He has to re-enslave everybody. He doesn't have Orochi. The samurai have their swords again. Like, it took Kaido not 10 years. I think it was like 6 years.
Samurai got their swords again.
It was easier to take them down when they had no swords, right? But, you know, like, it took Kaido a lot of time to come here to Wano and get this set up. You know, he talked to Orochi, he talked to that old hag and the old man. Like, this Wano wasn't like an overnight takeover, so that's why I think Kaido wouldn't try it again, even though he's nearby. And even though he has, like, half of his crew, which also, he's missing King and Queen. You know, he's missing Babanuki. Like it's such a hard thing to do now. So I could see him like giving up on this and doing something else entirely with Big Mom. Another theory that was spawned, I think the day they got defeated, was, oh, like now that they're being knocked down to Ancient Wano in the volcano, maybe they find Pluton. I don't think that's going to happen because I feel like that would give them too much agency, as you're saying too.
Yeah.
I agree that Kaido and Big Mom, if they come back, it can't be the big bad villains. No way.
No.
We spent way too much time with Kaido. So that's why like I'm putting him in like a back burner position. Like, oh, maybe he just chases Luffy and we see him like, I don't know, 5 years later. And that's it. But I don't know. It's a weird one. It's a weird one.
It's tough with him. Like I said, it's Kaido. I like Kaido a lot.
Yeah.
But just bringing him back, bro.
Take him out like the United CEO.
Yeah. And then just go to McDonald's and hang out after.
Did you hear that the bounty that the McDonald's worker was going to get is $60,000? That's
feels
a lot.
Low.
It's low, but it's a lot.
It is a lot in the grand scheme of things. Like,
yeah,
if you just got $60,000 in your bank account, you're like, holy shit, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a lot. Dude.
But considering who got killed and where they got killed,
that's like the biggest story in America right now, right? The United assassination.
You saw that people were saying that it's not it's a hoax, or not a hoax, but like they're like, what are the odds this guy does this assassination, goes to McDonald's, flirts with this person, removes his mask, leaves like his bag somewhere, has a manifesto about what he's gonna do, has a ghost gun just laying around. Like,
yeah,
it feels really just like an episode of Scandal,
It kind of does, but I feel like that's also because we're not on the ground floor witnessing all of it go down, right? I feel like if you just jump from headline to headline, it seems really odd, like the timing of it all, but I don't know.
You think the CEO of Blue Shield Blue Cross is hiding away?
Oh, yeah. I feel like a lot of CEOs are kind of scared now. I would, if I was them, I'd take like a prolonged vacation, right?
If I was a billionaire, I'd have security everywhere.
100%. Hire like the best security guards.
Yeah, just
day in, day
at least
out.
one everywhere.
Oh, dude, forget one. I'd have like 5 just on rotation.
Just why not? I mean, 5 is kind of excessive, though.
You think so?
No.
If you have, I'm assuming these billionaires have like crazy mansions, like 5 guards like walking around.
You're right. 5. Yeah. But like have like a personal security, like one guy with me at all times.
Oh, one guy.
Like, cause I don't want to like take
Rock.
five security guards to the strip club. That adds up.
Fair enough. That's a lot of money.
Take one with me, and then we're good.
Yeah, I see that.
But I saw people like saying it's fake, whatever. It's like I'm like, I don't know. It feels very convenient. But they're saying that he went missing for some months.
Yeah, he had like a mental breakdown in the middle of nowhere, and then he just like went missing. And then now here he is, assassinating a CEO.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, crazy times, bro.
I don't know if you saw this. This is a super controversial one. Super controversial.
Which one?
It's on Twitter. Dandadan.
Oh yeah, I've been keeping up with that, man. What's your take on it?
I don't know. Like I kind of see both sides.
Yeah.
In a way, where it's just I feel like sometimes gender bent or race bent characters can be done in a way that's insensitive on purpose.
Yeah.
Like a race bent Black Panther would be just like
I saw that. No, I saw that comment floating around.
Yeah,
I giggle a little bit whenever I see it. But yeah, somebody's like drawing Black Panther, but it's just a white guy with blonde hair.
Yeah, and it's and somebody was like, it doesn't matter what race doesn't matter when it comes to characters. And somebody like did a poster, and it's like Obama and it's starring Ryan Gosling.
Yeah,
and it's just like I feel like situations can be so specific and nuanced that I don't think it should be like a general rule not to do that. But I think in certain instances, it's just like, it's insensitive. The instance that I saw that they did with Ken and Momo, it seemed innocent.
It seemed innocent. It's from like some 15-year-old, right?
Just like doing something cool, like, hey, I did this. But then I saw like the reaction to it, even from a bunch of people, like Japanese people.
Dude, that's like the hot topic in Japan, apparently.
It was insane. And now it's turned into like this back and forth, you know. And I saw somebody come out, like Nicholas Light.
Yeah.
And he said race swapping and gender swapping is never okay. Don't think it's okay on one end and not on the other end. And I'm just like, I think that's a clean way out. I think it can be done because we've seen like, I mean, it's canon now, but like Law, gender bend, Luffy gender bend. It's like, I don't think it's a big deal. I do understand for certain characters because like being black, it does feel cheap sometimes when it's like a character and like, oh, we're just going to make him black. And it feels like, yeah, how about we just like create a brand new character that's
in the verse or something.
Yeah, that's black, as opposed to just like they were talking about Michael B. Jordan for Superman. And I was like, why? Like it feels unnecessary. It feels pandery, in my opinion. And so, but in this instance with them, with the because it seemed like it was a 16-year-old that just did it, just like, hey, she made the Ken black and made the Momo Brazilian. And it was like, I didn't expect this outrage, you know?
Yeah,
so.
I think it's because the English voice actor for Dandadan changed his profile picture to it. And he did it in the midst.
Did he?
Yes. The English voice actor for Okurin changed his profile picture to that image. And that's where all the backlash started coming in because he kind of like, quote, made it official. And it became a big thing. And he did this after he knew that it was controversial because the artist privated their Twitter. They left.
Yeah,
they tried to like hide the image.
They got bullied.
Yeah, and then he went there into like the privated images. Well, it's not privated, it's Twitter. And then he made that his profile picture. And then he kind of like stoked the flames.
You can't block anymore.
Yeah, you can't block.
Like you can block where they can't interact with you, but they can still see your shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So he kind of like jumped in the middle of the flames, and that's why the outrage is big now. Like originally, it was just like people fighting on Twitter.
Is he black?
Yeah, he is. So people are going through his old Twitter account, and they're pulling up tweets, and he actually said something I really disagree with, and it's something I hate from certain voice actors as well. But I don't like it when people like try to gatekeep voice acting, anime characters, or any piece of media due to race. And he's one of those people who's like, oh, like. If if there's like a black character, only people of color can play that character. But it's fine if he can play like whiter roles. And this is a stance that another YouTuber has because he's a voice actor. He's Asian, and he had the same stance where it's like, oh, like if there's an Asian character, only Asian people should play it. No white people should play it. No blah, blah, blah. And I just don't like that stance because I feel like voice acting is one of those instances where race really shouldn't matter. Like if you have a voice that fits, you just go for it. Like, yeah, like whether you're white, black, or Asian, like I don't think it matters, man. So I don't like that stance, which granted, he had that stance like 3 years ago, so maybe it changed, but yeah.
Have you seen Cyberpunk?
Yeah, great anime.
The main antagonist.
Adam Smasher?
No, the one that was behind Adam Smasher, the one that was coordinating everything. The guy with three eyes, the one with 3 eyes or something.
Cyberpunk Edge Runner villains. It's been a while, so I don't remember the guy.
Yeah, the 3-eyed one that was kind of coordinating all the jobs. Faraday.
Yes.
He's voiced by a black dude.
And guess what? The voice fits.
The voice fits. And for me, I think, because I didn't know the English dub voice actor for Ken was black. I think, but that's the outrage sometimes that people have with like even with movies, right? Where it's like, hey, like, did you get an actual paraplegic person? Because like then it's kind of disrespectful. Like, all right, so somebody said like, all right, well, do you get like an actual person that sexual assaults people that like do sexual assault in a movie? Like, what are we talking about?
I haven't heard that. That's funny. That's actually hilarious.
It's just like it's acting for a reason. Now I do understand certain roles that like important to the storyline and the origin, right? So like Magneto.
Yeah.
And they talk about like for him, he was I believe was he Jewish? I believe he was Jewish.
I think so.
And he went through the Holocaust, right? So like you can't really
change that.
Magneto Asian. or make him black. Like, cause then it just doesn't work for like the story necessarily.
Yeah.
So like,
every situation
things like
is
that,
different.
I understand. Yeah, it's different. I don't feel like it's a broad brush, but I do not think what this young person did here should have the outrage that it does. I don't think so.
I don't think it should have the outrage, but I also think that the voice actor knew what he was getting himself into.
I don't think he should have did that. You make things official because of how connected you are, And so it's just, you can't. And again, for him, I understand for him because he's black. He's just like, oh, representation, da-da-da. But like, you're still a part of something much larger than that.
I guess the surprise for me is the Japanese community kind of hopping onto this.
Yeah, they were very visceral too.
They are, dude. It's everywhere. Obviously you don't see it during the day, but once nighttime hit in America, it was daytime over there, and that was spreading.
Yeah, I saw and the thing is, the crazy part about it was just like some of the stuff they were saying were absolutely insane, and it had so many likes, and like there was so many people supporting it. I'm like, this is actually crazy.
Yeah.
And I thought it was something simple. I see like gender bend and like race swaps all the time. Like I literally see it all the time for different characters. Like I remember when somebody gave Goku like a fade and waves, and I'm just like, thought it was funny, haha. Like I don't know. I guess like you were saying, the official voice actor, making
it's a little bit different.
That is going to add to the flames.
Yeah,
it's going to feel
especially when he knows that it's controversial at the moment too. I think another thing as well is that it's the former tweets he had about like, oh, if you're a certain race, you can't play certain voice acting roles, and it's like, yeah, I feel like you shouldn't gatekeep that based on race. I feel like that's merit. That's
I think it's just
your
voice.
Yeah,
like I think
when you're a voice online, like you don't have to associate your color with that. Like that's the one equal playing field we have as people, man. It's just your voice.
I think it's just, the voice has to make sense.
Yeah,
I think it's less about skin color, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what your skin color is. It's like, does the voice sound
authentic? Is that the character?
Yeah, authentic, right? Because like you don't cast me to voice an Asian character. I don't sound Asian, So it's just
maybe there's like a rough Asian character, and you do sound it. Like that's how it is, right?
You think I could play an Asian character?
I think you could. I think you could play like a Yakuza hardened criminal kind of character. Like they've been through the ringer. Like you got that deeper voice going on.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
yeah,
it works.
I learned like some Japanese, just throw it in.
Yeah,
there
like
every
one or two words. Like you could play like Sakazuki out of One Piece, like his Yakuza role. I could see that.
Okay, I like that. You're right.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's just about the voice at the end of the day. Like I said, for Faraday, black man. I'm sure for a lot of people, unless they know the voice, because I think he's an iconic actor, his voice is pretty iconic, then it's just like, oh, this is just a really cool character. So that was fucking crazy.
That was a crazy scenario going on.
And it's
They're still
going
arguing about it. Yeah, it's literally still like if you go on Twitter, people are still arguing about it.
It's still happening right now.
Holy crap.
No, I don't think it's going away, bro. And it's so stupid too, where it's like, I feel like there's no constructive conversations happening as to like, hey, what's the happy medium, or like what, how do we come to I guess an agreement?
There is.
There's none of that happening. So it's just
especially not on Twitter, bro.
No, hell no. It's just insults, a bunch of people just baiting each other. And of course, like I said, that's why I don't argue on Twitter. It's literally two people in a ring, and like everybody's around, and they're allowed to jump into the ring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, imagine watching a boxing fight.
And there's never going to be a concisive winner.
It's a boxing fight, no referee, and if you're in the audience and you want to jump in, you can. That's Twitter.
Yeah.
Like it's like you can. And so it's just, and then of course it's one of those where who's right? The person who gets most likes? Typically that's how it's judged, but like I've seen some very, very wrong statements that, they got ratioed, but I'm like, that's just wrong. That's not even, and so it's toxic.
It's just all toxic, to be honest. There's no winning, no matter what side. The actor did end up changing his profile picture back, though.
Yeah, too. That's the studio or like
the studio
like,
definitely told him to.
hey, please just let's change this back. Let's
Yeah,
not make
they're
this a
like,
bigger
hey,
thing than it is.
Dandadan has 2 episodes left. We kind of left the high points. Can we just chill out for like 2 weeks, please?
I think I view art kind of like I view comedy, you know?
Speaking of the Phase Boys, man, I've been getting into the Rizzler and the Costco guys. Have you?
What is that getting into it? Like, what the fuck? What does that mean? Getting into
Man,
like
I've been
watching
seeing
them?
them everywhere on like my Twitter feed. Like at first I just kind of scrolled past them, but now like when they pop up, yeah, boom, boom. I'm like, damn, these guys are cool, man. Like they're like,
You
we're
think it's
Costco
cool?
guys. You know, of course we get the double chocolate chip with mustard or something. And I'm like, oh fuck, dude, let's go. Like, what's the boom meter say? And then they're like, we give it 5 booms. I think they got some good energy. And then it's funny to know that the Rizzler's not even related to them. He's just brought along. Like, that's funny, dude. You gotta admit, that's pretty fire.
You gonna join the family side? You have the whole fucking bit. How much of these people have you been watching?
Dude, I saw. I think it's like Jimmy Fallon. They got invited to Jimmy Fallon.
I saw that. I saw that one. I only saw a clip though because Jimmy was kind of being a dick a little bit.
He was, but if you look up the video, like a body language expert dissects Jimmy Fallon and the Rizzler.
Yeah,
Jimmy Fallon was apparently, according to body language experts, he was afraid of them. Apparently, the Rizzler had so much Sigma energy coming off of him that Jimmy Fallon his only recourse was to demean the Rizzler, insult the Rizzler a little bit. But apparently, the Rizzler came out on top, according to experts. He exerted all of his powers while in that chair. The funniest thing is that when you see the Rizzler in the chair, his feet don't even touch the bottom because he's so short.
Yeah, listen, bro, I was watching that video and I saw Jimmy Fallon kind of like the Rizzler was trying to talk to him, he was ignoring him and shit. It was just like, I feel like in general, because I saw like a behind the scenes on TikTok, I think, of the dad like walking him through like how he wants it done, and he was like, "No, you gotta come with the boom after here." He's like, "No, double chocolate chomp." I'm like,
you gotta say it right, buddy.
You gotta say it right. I think he was collabing with one of the FaZe guys, or not FaZe.
Was it Jinxie?
Not Jinxie.
It was somebody up there. But
he was collabing with one of those guys. And he was telling him how to do it. I was just like, well, the world is an interesting place. You know, I do like the energy, but then it's like, sometimes it feels like a fucking sitcom. Like, like what? Like, what
it looks like
fuck?
they're holding him hostage too, because like whenever they do the collab, the Rizzler, AJ, and I think the dad's AJ maybe, but like all 3 of them circle the guy in the middle, and they just do the Doom thing right behind him, and it's so crazy. It's like I'm watching like an old Live Leaks ISIS hostage video. Or like a Mexican cartel beheading. It's like, yo, like
it does feel very like they don't want to be there, you know, at times. But you know, the most random things go viral. So
I think they still have a lot of relevancy. Like all their clips still get like millions and millions of views, and they're just doing the same thing. Like, oh, they go to Costco, they're like, oh, we're Costco guys. Of course we sit in the recliner and put our seat up. We're Costco guys. Of course we turn on the blender on the display case. We're Costco guys. Of course we go to the walk-in fridge and look at the grilled mushrooms. Like, dude, they got the energy. I think it's good. What's up? What's up?
So how many million views have you contributed to personally by watching these videos? Like,
I got it on replay constantly, man. It doesn't on your turn phone off,
like, man, this is so cool. Let me watch the next video.
When I'm not looking at Twitter drama, let me tell you, I'm on this, which there's another big Twitter drama, but we'll save it for next week's convo. Me and Brago might be cooking up something called the Fast Minute. And no, I'm not talking about our bedtime records. I'm talking about a possible podcast. I'm not talking about what our wives tell us after we're done.
No,
I'm talking about a little convo on the side.
More to come.
Yeah,
more to come.
Literally.
But, leave your thoughts below.
More to come.
Sai, always appreciate you having me.
Of course, man.
Guys, leave your
Was this
best
a One Piece
quote.
video or like a Twitter controversy video?
Okay, quick. We got to make it a One Piece video.
Something about the chapter quick.
What happens in 1134?
I think we go have a party and we get a lot of lore. Kind of like Fishman Island, where King Neptune was telling Robin about the poneglyphs and ancient weapons. Yeah. Things like that.
Yeah, he's a big fat man talking to Robin. Here's another big fat man talking to Robin. That's how that
exactly.
I love it.
Yeah. Is that where you're at too?
Yeah, I agree. I 1000% agree.
Yeah.
Now it's a One Piece video.
Yeah, that was a One Piece video. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's funny, I saw a comment. They were like, hey, every time I watch these videos, they talk less and less about One Piece. I feel kind of bad because it's like a catfish, but I think people know what they're signing up for at this point, right?
I don't feel bad at all.
You don't feel bad at all?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I mean,
feel good about it.
I think we make okay background noise, which is what I usually aim for.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can find One Piece anywhere, bro. Like, everybody's making One Piece content.
Yeah.
Speed's making One Piece content.
Grand Line Reviews, man, he posts daily.
So many people you can go to get, like, your daily dose of the Fishman Island recap.
It's my first time watching Fishman Island, guys, you know. I'm here again.
You know, find out more about the hidden connections in Skypiea.
10 things you missed about Saul's reappearance.
You know? Like,
Yeah, I love it,
I'm
though.
sure there's like a lot of stuff out there, you know, but it is what it is.
You can only
Y'all
get
be
these
all right.
stupid conversations on this channel, though, with me and Brago.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
and
it.
Apothecary Diaries hype, you know, Kingdom hype. Yeah, that's what we're all about.
The size, apparent, you know, never before seen love and appreciation for the Costco boys. Is that what they are? The Costco guys?
The Costco guys, not boys.
Oh, my bad.
Correct it. And then, you know, of course, Brago's love for Twitter drama. We got
whoa.
all this here.
I'm
Y'all,
like-
thank you so much for being here. We'll see you guys next week. And hopefully you stayed for a minute. A fast minute.